Well, greetings once again. I'm Bill and my friend Bob, to the far right, or maybe your left, I'm not quite sure. We do our casual, consequential conversations. That's become a tongue twister for me. And but we're meeting lots of wonderful people. And today's guest is yet another one of those. I met this gentleman, it's got to be 12 or 13 years ago. And he did quite a bit of work with us, volunteer work with us with the Chamber of Commerce. I was just thoroughly impressed with him and really, really got to admire him. He can also sing a pretty good tune. I've watched him, listened to him play the guitar when we used to be on the tugboat, swept away in. And so, yeah, Kenn's a pretty good, fine musician. So I look forward to hearing what he has to say today, and I'm going to turn it over to Bob.
Well, Ken, if we're just saying, I don't know, Kenn Whiteman, for those that don't know, with Linda in the background over there, that she's making us some coffee,
Yep.
Which is hospitality, which you guys are known for. But we're just discussing how long I may have known you. I think it got to be. I've been out of business 20 years, and it must have been 20 years before that. So 40 years?
40 years.
Most likely. And we've crossed paths and been involved in several things. Mostly, he's been involved in a lot of things, and I was on the edge of and that. And I'd just like you to tell us how you got here, when you got here, what you did here, and
You remember the time that it was Linda and myself and you, and we had a group of people wanted to do the awards ceremony. We had to pick them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we were on a committee.
Were you?
Oh, yeah. Some of the toughest jobs in this town are those sort of things, trying to rate awards and then somewhat agree, on those things. But I think more of the tall ships and even long before that, all the other things you've been involved in the community. So how'd you get here? When did you get here?
I got here in...
We're time traveling.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I just finished up a master's degree in community development.
Oh, wow.
And I was just working full-time and going to school full-time. And I got my RN and my psychiatric nurse's paper as well.
Wow. I didn't know you did that. I guess maybe you did tell me that before.
Yeah. Well, you were drunk when I told you.
I wasn't going to mess with your psychosis.
So 1978 is when I got here and bought a house up on Hamilton Drive.
Oh, you were on Hamilton. You're right near us. And near John's.
Yeah, very close to you.
Yeah.
And, so then we got into Parks and Recreation and got into camping programs and all that kind of stuff.
That's right. You started with all the stuff you did with youth over the years.
Pretty well, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And you were with the city and parks for several years?
Yeah, I was at the city for 19 years, I guess.
Didn't get 25-year gold watch.
Didn't get the gold watch. They gave me the boot. When I was I'll never forget, what's that, those guys' names? Henry Nevigard.
Oh, yeah. They're the ones you
from Tommy Simmons.
Yeah.
And they made
city councilors.
They voted to let me go.
Really?
Oh, wow. Budget. Budget. Got it. Cut. They never cut, they cut right at the top.
They're not going to cut their job. So
doing something.
Yeah.
Right.
At least that's what they told me. And a week later, I heard that everybody's gotten a raise.
Oh, right. Surprise.
Yeah.
So Tommy Simmons, that was the guy that they called something to do with that. Thank you very much. I don't know if you remember that, but anyway, after the city, then you got into...
After the city, I took on a lot of different roles, being a city councilor.
Yeah.
And one of them was Ken McCrae asked me to chair of the Tall Ships Society.
Oh, that's
And it was, thanks to Ken, I managed to get farther and farther in debt. And ran the Tall Ships Festival for
Those, yeah.
I think
There's
I did,
three of them.
I did it twice.
You did the two real successful ones.
Yeah,
Because they both gave legacy. They left legacy money. I've read a lot about them. I was involved a little bit. So,
yeah.
I didn't realize they were here more than once.
3 times.
They were here 3 times.
There was a third time. The third time, there was a lot of them canceled because of, I forget what happened, something up the West Coast here. But the first two were, first one was like a shot in the dark, and he did an amazing job, and it really blew the.
So what year were they happy? Yes.
Oh, I looked at it just down the Maritime Heritage.
Well,
208.
the second one was in 2007 or something.
8, I think.
2008.
2008. 2002, 2008, 2015 or something.
No, because I got here with 13.
Okay.
It wasn't since I.
Maybe 2012.
Must
It was just,
have been 12.
it was not as successful as the two run by Ken.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, I couldn't say that out loud because somebody will watch our podcast and I'll get nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That video, the first time we had it, we had 22,000 people showed up.
Yeah, in the community now.
In the community.
Yeah.
And then the second time we did it, we had 14,000.
Yeah.
So which told me that I got to get into this because the numbers are so.
You don't want to read it till this time starts. You didn't want to read it till it's finished.
Wow. That's impressive. 22,000 first time, which is
22,000, yeah.
more than the population of the city.
Yeah.
That they all stayed.
Town boomed. Absolutely boomed with it. We were still on Third Avenue, my business, and that one we were at Harbor Key for the second one.
Wow.
With the cannon,
Yes.
the battleship. I videoed that from the roof of our
Really?
boathouse up there. Absolutely amazing show. But the first one, we had gridlock down the waterfront for cars.
I'll bet.
Gridlock, people and cars.
I can remember a story though. What was that fellow's name? What was his name?
Richard Purr.
Richard Purr.
Oh yes.
Oh, I remember that.
If chicks could fly, we'll have everybody once.
So Richard Berg, he said to me, "Ken, I'm thinking of suing the Tall Ships Society." I said, "Really? What for?" He says, "Well, I tried to get on the ship. Where we had a couple of ships up there that were doing the battles. I tried to get on them, and they said no, we were closed because because they had time off there." And so Richard was negative about everything. And I said to him, I said, "Richard, I think when you to go in front of the judge is going to tell you sickest. It's all about your ass."
Richard was pretty negative. I remember him with all his letters to the editor against the multiplex. And it was, you'll get a multiplex, because I was writing positive letters. Yeah, you'll get a multiplex when pigs can fly. And I remember writing out one line, "Dear Richard, pigs flew, bomb."
So he was kind of a neat guy.
Oh, he was. He was a very interesting guy. He was very intelligent.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I moved here, I used to see his name in the paper all the time. Yeah.
You weren't around in the days of Petronell and Hellaway.
I was here.
Were you here? Oh,
But I was 78. I was here.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
We had some interesting city councilors over the years.
oh yeah.
So who was mayor when you were councilman?
Ken McRae.
Oh, Ken was mayor then, man.
And he did a great job.
Yeah.
In fact, he comes up to see me.
Awesome. That sounds good. Yeah.
And I can still remember a story where Ken was telling us a story about the Golden Spike and with the railway and stuff like that. And so I just happened to have a rat there, a black rat. And I pulled it up and I said, "And you think that story's valuable? Well, look at this rat. They have rats over in Hollywood.
Yes.
And we're going to get them cleaned up." And Ken was crazy. He told me to learn about an hour later. He said, "And don't ever do that.
Don't do that. Let my story.
Yeah, right. But
So they, all the youth stuff you did, I found the outside edge of it, but you did a lot for youth.
I did a lot for youth. I know. Yeah, well, I had the home college that I had that I ran for 20 years, I guess.
Yeah. What was it? Sorry,
College.
Yeah, for kids. Oh,
Right. Yeah, actually, I seeing that you guys are coming here today.
Yeah.
You make good clowns.
Let me tell you, Bill and his wife and Jen ran a science. What was it called?
that was Mad Science.
Mad Science, and they did all over the province. They went around and did little shows for kids, most of them for kids. Mad Science.
Well, I'll tell you one quick story, even though it's a Ken story. It's a Ken thing, but speaking of Mad Science, I had to do a presentation for First Nation leaders.
Oh, yeah.
And we did it downtown Vancouver. And the room, it was all the First Nation leaders in the province and a lot of government officials. And our shows were targeted at kids, elementary school kids. So we're doing this elementary school program in front of adults. I was really nervous. And we had this thing, we called it a hovercraft. It was about the size of your table here, but round. And underneath it was plastic with some air holes on plastic. And then up top was a hole about the diameter of this coffee mug. And I'd put a couple of handles on it. And what I would do with it is put a little kid on it in my shows in a school auditorium, and then use a leaf blower, blow through the hole. It would lift up the plywood, and then the air would exit through the many holes in the bottom, and then the kid would float all over the school. It was a big hit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they pulled this out at this show in downtown Vancouver. And as I'm pulling it out, I'm thinking, oh no, I just screwed up, because I could lift up a kindergarten kid, but I got no kindergarten kids in that audience. So then I start looking around for a small person, a woman typically, and I see one in the back corner, and I look at her. Of course, her head drops right away. She doesn't want to come up, but I make her come up. And as she stands up, I realized who it was. It was Christy Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Christy Clark came up. She probably doesn't remember, but she came up there, and she was wearing a skirt. That's like, I think she was education minister at the time.
You're right. Got the Marilyn Monroe show.
And, but you know what? It lifted her up, and I was able to push her around, and we sold so much business because of that show.
Episode.
Yeah. I had to buy a bunch of vehicles for that summer. We did summer camps all over the province in these First Nation communities.
Wow.
And lifting Christy Clark up on that hovercraft. It's pretty amazing.
Ken McCrae told us, but he's a great guy, but he remembers names of every politician he's ever talked to. How about you?
No, I don't.
You avoid politicians?
Yeah, I don't have much to do with politicians.
Been there, done that, right?
That's right. Henry Craig comes out here to see me once in a while. I mentioned that. But, the guys that I can remember are John Douglas.
Yep.
John and I were close on the council. Ike Patterson.
Mike was on.
Oh, he was on for
passed away.
Yeah, right. And then he passed away.
Chris's dad, right?
Yes.
Chris's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Who else was there? Cindy Zolza, I think.
Cindy forever.
Yeah, she's forever there.
Until she ran for mayor and was off council. Yeah, we go back. Yes.
Ira, yeah. Like 30.
Yeah, Ira. Yeah.
And Jack McPond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you weren't there when my son went on council, were you?
I
When you left council, he went on or something.
That's right. Yeah.
Landslide coal.
Landslide coal.
Yeah, there was 19 candidates that time. Oh, for councilor.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he came second to Cindy, which wasn't bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But so it'd be interesting to see what happens this time around.
Oh, yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, right. Linda, you're going to grab me coffee.
But you don't get one. Oh, so you're the prime party.
That don't matter.
So you're a freeman of the city. What? How do you get that? Like, I mean, that's a pretty rare.
It's been a good guy.
Been a good guy, yeah.
You pay a lot of money.
You pay a lot of money. That's
You lose a lot of money doing what the mayor and others want you to do.
that's quite an honor, though.
You give it the end of the day, it's nothing.
Yeah,
No, I got my dad back there, key to the city.
yeah.
And which reminds me of the times when I worked in a hospital in Pinoca. We had skeleton keys
Oh yeah.
to get into the doors. So I got one of those. I guess one of the into the city.
Same key.
City.
That's quite an honor, though. Good for you.
Yeah. No, it's
Yes.
how do you get it? I think you just get it from working hard.
So from Clown College and other things, there was other things you were been involved with. Clown College was something you did, but other programs. I know you. I'm trying to remember the.
Big Brothers.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. That was the biggest thing. One of the bigger things he was
Shopping for this.
Yes, he almost got me involved, and I was working 6 days a week, and I had enough kids of my own.
Time the ouch. Well, we got lucky there.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think I would have passed the muster, wouldn't have passed the test.
So Ken was also a BC Council for Families.
Yeah.
Well, that was big.
It was
BC Council.
Jason Council
BC Council.
President.
Oh my.
Carol Matazuki was the chairman of that.
Yeah.
But I was in there for a couple of years.
But it was also Tough Love. He's
Yes, tough love. Yeah. Okay.
And tough love.
And what was that? Was that like a parental kind of thing?
It was year round.
Yeah.
And people, we come to me, and mostly people out of
Having trouble with it.
troubles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Bob was in there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
So we always had trouble with Bob. Yeah. So
And they organized so
Oh man, and they were big things. Oh yeah, big crowds. You want to go down Argyle to the.
Oh, that's be scary.
You should have seen the bales of hay they had at one point. Yeah, down by the train station. We didn't want anybody going off the end of the internet. Yeah,
Being right off there.
there's not much that Ken didn't have is passed in promotions around this community. And that's how you get a key to the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Colonel's possibly why.
I think he was Citizen of the Year more than once.
Oh, you never seen actually Citizen of the Year, yeah.
Well, yeah, he's why those.
So you got those too. I mean, you bought all this.
Remember, we're on a committee that voted for that.
Yeah.
Well, he was our MC, I'd say, at least twice since I was here. Probably did it before that too, but
Yeah.
those were, very events.
And my job around town was to pry money out of people for everything from the Junior Health Society to the Salmon Foundation to hospice, etc. But it was really hard. You never could pry any money out of them. The city's broke all the time.
Yeah, that's
Great. Well, I remember that one time that we did the Funnel Ducks.
Oh, funnel ducks. We dropped all those little yellow ducks off the Riverbend Bridge.
No, these are puddle ducks.
Oh, the puddle ducks. But we just the ones off the Riverbend Bridge. Handle that too. All these little yellow ducks come down the river. Trouble is we didn't really count the tide right. We're already hung up in the bush. We made to pay for the ones we lost.
Yeah, but the puddle ducks. Yeah, that was 19 of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And when I was working with Dave Whitworth, I said to Dave, Dave, if we can probably get 15 to 20 puddle ducks, this is now just a way. I said, you give me a week.
Yeah.
And so I managed to get, they were $200 a piece.
Yeah.
And I got 19 of them puddle ducks. And
What are they? What's a puddle with that?
puddle ducks. Usually when you're at Spur Lake, when you turn somebody loose.
It's actually a boat that's not on a plywood.
Yes, it's more one sheet of plywood.
One sheet of plywood, you can make a boat.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
And race it.
And release it.
Well, don't sink her.
Yeah, don't sink.
Don't
yeah,
sink.
stay afloat.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty cool.
difficulty with that day was that we had no wind at all.
Oh, so they couldn't.
Down, they couldn't.
They were trying to sail it.
Yeah.
They couldn't, because you had to sail. And then some guys cheated on it. And they're like,
What?
I won't mention it. Well, it wasn't Bob.
No.
It was, what the hell was his name?
They left town now. They
right.
they moved to Scotland. You know, Edmund.
Oh, that fellow.
He was involved.
His wife was big with the
The bells, the St. German bells.
yeah.
Trisha and
Edwin.
Edward.
He's a big sailor, I think. That.
Yes.
Well, he wasn't a big sailor, but he couldn't
Couldn't run a lot of
water. He couldn't run the puddle ducks because they flipped over on him. I remember being outside the Bob's boat, or not Bob's, Dan's boat, and like all of a sudden there's Edmund coming, and he flipped the thing right in front of his boat. It was not a good sight. There's he couldn't sail for the ship.
But he wasn't. He just did not. He wasn't an actual sailor.
Well, I remember him telling me, he goes to Europe and sails all along the coast there.
Yeah, and he had an old, I believe, in Spain.
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere around.
Yeah.
So Linda's been here. Well, no, she would have been a little shy. But when we had the GG here, Dr. George Schmidt, the Black Forest beast dentist, came to town, and he brought a 51-foot racing sloop from the Black Sea, and tied it up in our harbor here. He was going to sail it, but you can't sail a 51-foot sloop down our inlet. It's always blows this direction.
Yeah.
And so long you can't even do a tack.
Yeah.
I tied up at our dock here for many years.
Oh, really?
It was great. And people came to see this racing sloop from Europe.
Really? So he got it there. He couldn't get it.
Got it here, and he's like,
But let me talk to my wife again here about the coffee.
that should made it, but
Yeah, no,
He's getting says, hey, Alex, it's just not good.
not like it once was.
Yeah.
When they were on their honeymoon, she brought him coffee every day.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think down at my drive one Saturday.
Fort Tom Hartel, because we were visiting, Dan and I visited on another occasion, and she kept offering coffee, and he kept saying yes, and about the fourth time, he said, "Don't you hear me?" And I'm going, that won't ever get him coffee. No, that's a friend. I mean, you can edit this. Some part of the
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to edit out some of them.
Oh, no. I mean, really, if it's not interesting, it's not it. And, it's interesting because some people, Boyko remembered all the names of the brakemen and everything down at Franklin Camp when he was a kid out of Franklin River, but he didn't remember the guys that I worked with him out Sport Division in the 60s. I gave him names. He said, I remember that name, but he couldn't name them.
Wow.
But he could name 30 years before that,
Right.
which is pretty amazing.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
I was with her when we were doing a fundraiser for Diane when she was running for the dinner over at the Italian restaurant.
Yes, yeah.
And I said there was going to be a special guest, and it was him.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Playing, singing,
I was very good. I was able to sing a song and play the different chords. Like I was,
Yeah.
people bought him so many rum and cokes that
Yeah.
playing on song and singing.
Well, he used to sing a lot. It was really quite nice on the tug there late in the evening after dinner, and Ken would steal the show at that point. Yeah, it was.
I haven't played guitar for a couple of years.
Yeah.
No way.
No.
Yeah, well, you got to give up.
Still there.
Yeah, and he's written quite a few songs.
Oh, you've written songs too.
And he's got a CD. He hasn't done much with it.
Oh, he's got a CD of songs. We might have to get our hands on that for
Yeah.
a little lead in to conversation.
All right.
Honestly, I knew where it was.
Yeah.
We moved.
There you go.
Yeah,
Man, how do you like to move?
Yeah, we're
Nice, it's quiet. And the other place, quiet, but beautiful. Yeah.
but too many stairs and
Yeah.
too
And
big a house to look after.
there's Love Lake and Beaver Pond's just over there. And, yeah.
Lots of nice trails, and the neighbors are really great.
Good one.
Nice neighborhood.
Yeah, it is nice around here.
I haven't visited in a while, but Paul Blake's just up the road here, I think.
Yeah, Dennis Bowen just lives up the road.
Yeah.
Around the corner.
Yeah, Leon Melisic.
You know who lives next door is Connie.
Connie and her husband, Tom. Yeah,
Time and Tom.
yeah, we just saw Connie
Yeah.
walking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But this clown college was quite a thing with Ken.
Well, yeah.
Explain to them why.
I opened it up because I wanted to do something for young people that couldn't, play lacrosse or play hockey or whatever. And so I opened up this clown college. And, people ask me, well, what does it go on? Well, it's kind of a cross between a therapy and recreation. And so I was able to get 30 clowns in the first year. And I set up a lot of business with clowns, like doing face painting and stuff like that, and matching tricks. And,
That's balloon work.
balloon work.
Balloon work. I remember that.
And a lot of them moved on to Victoria.
Yeah.
And we're doing still climbing.
I met one down by the Parliament buildings, a buster. They're doing it. It might have been a graduate of your college.
I tried. I tried hard.
He was making balloon animals there.
Yeah. Well, it's great, that kind of entertainment. It's great. It's, not this box, yeah.
Well, what you do for this is so important.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have done.
And I can remember we ran one of the clowns for mayor or for San Council. Yeah. Trash Can Monahan. What's not none? Trash Can Monahan. And Trash Can had a big system worked out that she would have a pot in every chicken or a chicken in every pot. And we would build a bridge across the inlet just to get to the other side. And the side of the road, and then all of a sudden I get a call from the city. I think that was George Wiley.
Oh, yeah, George Wiley. So,
And George Wiley told me, he says, "Do you like working Parks and Rec?" I said, "Oh, yeah." I says, "Well,
ditch the candidate.
So you had your knuckles wrapped a few times.
Yeah, our city hall at one time was populated. All the senior positions were populated by former Plywoods employees on the line to shut down, and they were all friends from Marty Boylan and all that group. They all came from out of the Plywoods when it closed and knew somebody at City Hall, and they all got hired by the City Hall someday.
wow."
And George, I think, was one of them over the years.
Mhm.
You're not sure? Maybe not.
I don't know.
It's my theory anyway. Let's stick with it.
It could be.
That can be true. But then again, you've been known to stretch the truth.
Well, yeah, I don't. Does that, does it?
Hell, how long you been working on this?
I have an opinion on everything. Not necessarily right, but it's an opinion.
There you go.
Yeah. So how is this? You run into Sandy Fitzpatrick?
Running this Andy on a regular basis. First of all, I coerced him into joining the Maritime Heritage Society. He put a lot of that volunteer work down there, build that street. Can't desire something when you were there. Yeah. How come you didn't talk me into it? I finally drug him into it. I drug him and Chris Duncan in because the board was getting pretty thin. And you left. Geddes left. Dave Cox has left now, so it was getting really thin. Just Watson and Jones and that. So I've added. I got a few, and Joe Waterface. So I got a few people to join, and of course Sandy. He was going to help me restore that old teak lady that I bought in 1980 and was always going to restore.
Yeah.
I donated it. You helped. You were very involved. Came out and helped me donate that. You got me a tax receipt for it.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't need one. I didn't make anything else like you, but anyway.
Yeah.
But so then it gets then I somehow I get sucked into joining the board. Now I'm in charge of restoring the boat that I couldn't restore that I gave to them. But Sandy and Joe had done the majority of the work on it. So, but Sandy's a great neighbor.
Weren't you heavily involved in the one that had sunk at Sprout Lake?
This one.
This still happens just. You were heavily involved in that.
Yeah, I remember going down to see
Or
Gypsies. Oh, that's great. Gypsies Ashendor.
down in Parksville.
Yeah.
And so I went and talked to Art, and I said, "Hey, you want to donate that boat?" And the guy said, Skippy said, "If you look after it, I'll donate it to you." So he donated that boat to us, and as well as a check for $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wow.
We got the engine and everything all done. It did a beautiful job.
Oh, that's
set up in the cover now. It is covered in bird poop, and this coming week we tried all sorts of things to keep the bird poop off it. But we're now putting up wire inside our yards. But we wanted to get one of those Halloween motion censored thing that was booms. So I ordered two motion activated owls online.
Oh.
$28 each. I waited, and they came in. They were 2 pictures of paper owl. If you hang them and the wind blows, the motion activates. They didn't scare anything. I got ripped off. These things all are. I couldn't put the bill into the
Very good.
every time I heard it.
Well, Ken was responsible for the big seagull down there too.
Oh yeah, the big still this too.
Oh, the big seagull.
The big seagull.
That I can still remember going to the board with my request.
Yeah.
We need a wooden seagull out there. It's turned out to be it's 50-pound seagull. So Ken Watson and I, and then Dave Cox. We put it up. Well, I'm surprised that it's still
there. So do you know where I just came from? Top of the lighthouse. This is your fault. Absolutely your fault. I've been up the ladder of the lighthouse. We put the Christmas lights up, tinked them down, did this, but I was just up changing the bulb. We've gone to an LED bulb. This was an hour ago. To the LED bulb out there. The only way I could get my extension ladder back for home to do my gutters was to finish the job. And now my extension ladder's on its way home. It was coming here in the back of my truck, but I draw in their friends.
Wow.
Anyway, we put the bulb in and we moved the lenses up a little bit because the bulb's a little bit higher. Then we taped the top of this bulb so it's not too bad. But I know that the reason the lenses are down because people up on the hill complain about the light shining in their eyes or something. Oh. And I thought about that after we'd taken the ladder down and come back down. We put the lenses back up. So, but that's your fault. You were involved in that too.
So all that lights will come in again.
Yeah, complaint. Sent them to Kenn Whiteman.
Yes.
Sent them to me. He was very involved in the lighthouse. Yeah. Now that lighthouse is built out of some of the wood. This is stored to build a replica of the Concepcion or the Santiago or something, right?
Santiago, yeah.
Santiago, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you know whatever happened to Dr. Webster's boxes of all that stuff?
Yeah, that should be in the basement of the Port Authority.
Oh, okay. Port Authority basement. Okay, I'm going to look for it. Because that was all, Dr. Webster was pretty heavy duty into that. You and I went down and
that's right.
He gave us the boxes of all the stuff, including letters from the Spanish government. And I offered to pay for all the superstructure if we built it all.
Oh, wow.
But didn't happen. We went through the, projects in town. He'd involved with many of them. Projects in town always happen when there was a downturn in the economy, and then you get federal funding for some sort of project and that. So,
or a guy like Ken leading the charge.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I was one of the guys, but Bob Cole was another one. Ken McCrae was another one.
Yeah.
You managed to get $10,000 to the city without, monies to get on the ships and the Port Authority. You threw in another 10,000.
Yeah.
And so we got lucky there.
Yeah. We just had Mike Carter over there this morning because he happened to come to the Doug Harrison show on Saturday when we were closing it down. And we talked Doug into leaving us 6 of his frame art. And if we sell them, the money's ours. So I've got one in my truck right now, and I got to deliver to Will Pulford. because it's got the 2 Ford trucks at the train station on it. He's paying.
Oh.
Well, Carter came by, and I said, "Come on, Carter." He says, "Well, I can't afford art." I said, "No, the Port Authority's got to buy this piece of art." So they bought a piece of art, bought Lady Rose on it. And
Oh, yeah.
oh, nice. Yes. Yeah. Do you want a piece of art? Doug Harrison art? Less wall space, eh? That's the nice thing about downsizing is less wall space.
Yeah. Now so much art.
A small space, but maybe more.
Where did all your nutcrackers go?
I sold them all.
Sold them all? You got to find a picture of nutcrackers for this.
Okay.
On the interview. Have you got a picture, any pictures of them in the collection at any point?
I
Don't. No. Well, we should do a newspaper splitting, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It would be.
How many did you have at one
I
time?
had 475.
Oh, really? Nutcrackers.
That's why they had to have the big house.
I see that.
2 of them and 475 nutcrackers.
Yeah.
Right. No, we sold them to Dan and Burnship.
Oh, John Savard.
He's got some.
He's a collector also.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, leave him. Well, you can also get a picture from their place.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had them out that Christmas time.
No. I thought it was always impressive. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, having those nutcrackers. A lot of fights between the woman and myself.
Oh, that's right.
Where'd that nutcracker go from?
Somebody has to dust them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's maybe we should wrap this one up. It was really fascinating to chat with Ken again and Linda in the background. And like all of these, I learned a lot, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah, man, what a way to get a free coffee.
That's perfect. Yeah, we got coffee before Ken did. That's good. Well, yeah. So Ken, freeman of the city here in Port Alberni, and rightly so. And my interactions with him over the years has been wonderful, and so it was really great that you invited us to your home here today.
And he's got a house sitting over here.
He does.
All right. But